Welcome to RLD Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss what is function in very simple language so that everybody can understand. What is function? In simple word, I can say that it's a relation between input and output. I'll consider different color. It's input and output. Now question is, what is input? What is output? We understand the relation. There's a mapping between input and output. Now I'll discuss this function with one example. Take one example, right? F colon, it is written in this way. Suppose this is R to R is a function. Okay, is defined by, now we'll define this thing. F of x equals to x square. This is one complete function. Now we'll try to understand what is this. So here, what it is showing, this is one f small letter, this is a symbol or the function variable, this is f is a function, and this r to r, this r is the input and this one is the output. And then what is r? R is the set of all real numbers. This is important. Okay, real numbers means what? So this R contains all the things including 0, 0.001, suppose 0.1, all the things up to infinity. Similarly, these are negative numbers, 0.1 is 0.1, 1, like that, -1, everything. So all positive, negative numbers, fractional numbers, everything, decimal numbers, all are included in this real number. So it says that f is a function which operates on input, which takes input from real numbers, and it will produce one value or output again on real numbers. Means this function operates on, it takes on value, real values, and again it is going to produce another real values. And how it is going to produce? That is defined by this one. So f of x equals to x square in this example. Okay, so here this x can take anything and f of x will produce some value, right? So I'll consider a few examples for that. Okay, now consider x equals to 0. So if I use this thing f of x equals to x square, I can put x equal to 0 here. So it will be 0 square. So it says that f of x equals to x square means whatever value is there x, it's square. So 0 is there, this output would be 0 square equals to 0. Similarly, if input is 1, what is the output? It's 1 square. This is again 1. If input is 2, what is the corresponding output? 2 square, it's square only. It's 4. Similarly, you will get others. Even if I consider negative, so it's -1. What is the corresponding output? -1 square. That value is again +1. this is minus 2, right? Its value is minus 2, that square, it's equals to 4, like this. Okay, now this, so x can take anything from real numbers, right? So these are all possible real numbers. R, the symbol R will be used to define a set to contain all the real numbers. Okay, so this one is saying this thing, that f is a function which will take one input from real numbers, and it is going to produce one real number again. Okay, so you can see that this is 0, 1, 2, 1, 4, all those things. Even I can get 2 also I can get. How to get 2? So if I consider this x equals to square root 2, what is the output? The square root 2 square will be 2. So it's possible. So 2, 3, all the things are possible. Even the value 0.01 also I can get, because 0.01 will be 0.1 square. Correct? So anything we can get on the output side. So, but you can see that, is there any negative number in the right hand side? No. All are positive numbers, because x square is always positive. Okay, so in this, how it is said, this function is said, so here it is said that if the input is R and it is going to produce again R, this is actually input and this is the corresponding output. So mathematically we will discuss, we say that this is the domain. This set is called domain. The input, all the inputs, if I collect it, that is called the domain of the function. And this corresponding output, this set is called codomain. So roughly we can define this thing. Okay, but actually we need to define, consider exact input and exact output. I'll discuss these things. So another word is there, that is called range. So here you can see that this input is given, said as about R, the output is also R. But we understand that this function is always going to be positive. Okay, it cannot take any negative value. So function value will become negative, cannot be negative for any real input value, right? Thus, so those things are not available, not possible. We can't get -1, -2 as a function value for any real number x. Okay, so there is another term that is called range of the function. That is actually the interval for the function value f of x. Okay, so in this case the range is from 0, it will start from 0 and any number, any positive real numbers up to infinity. So this set will be the range for this function. Okay, now we can visualize these things. Okay, I will consider this one. So this is one set. Don't be scared, I am discussing very simple manner. So this is your x that belongs to, so all the x are real, so that we are calling it input or domain, right? And it is mapped to another set that we will call it output or codomain. So here this f of x values, these are again real. It is said because it is written in this way, f colon r to r. That's how it is like this. Okay. So now if I choose few points on this set, okay, these are the points. Suppose if I choose one particular values, zeros, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, like that. And could be something, some negative values, -1, -2, -3, all are there here, -4, like this. Similarly, here also we'll have some points. So those are, suppose again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all those things. Even it can contain some negative values, -1, -2, -3. So there are many more. Okay, -4, like that. So left hand side we have one set, real number set. Right hand side another real number set. Now function is defined to map these things, to relate this input and output. So how the function? So function is defined by f of x equals to x squared. So already we have seen this thing. So when this is x and this is f of x, when it was 0, it was 0 squared is 0. So what is the meaning? Meaning is that, so I can write here, so something different colored. So this 0 from input I'll choose, and it is mapped to another output domain, means codomain, it is to 0. So from domain it is 0, in the codomain another point 0, it is mapped. So this is the function f of x. Okay, again if I choose another point, this is 1, this is 1 square, it is 1. If I choose 2, it will be 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, like that. Similarly for -1, it is 1, -2, it is 4, like this. Okay, now I will consider this thing, that this 2, so when x is 2, f of x equals to 4. So what is the mapping? This 2 is corresponding to 4 and 1 is corresponding to again 1. Okay, 3 is corresponding to 9. So 9 is not, I'm not showing here, I not show these things. So -1 is mapped to, not here, it is again +1. Okay, -2 is mapped to again to 4. Okay, -3 is mapped to 9. Clear? So you can see that if I consider this one, including 0 and all positive, so how it is connected? From x we are getting f of x. This is also called image. Okay, so this is f of x is also called image value. So span of this image, okay, that is not entire real numbers, because I can't get -1 from any value from this real one, because whenever I'll take square it will become positive. Okay, so this thing -1, -2, -3, these are not possible output. Okay, though it is simply defined in that way, that f r to r, but actually it will span, the image will span all positive real values. Okay, so this set is called range. So you can see the difference between codomain and the range. So range is generally, sometimes, not generally, subset of codomain, some part of codomain, it could be. So if it is subset or some part, it is not exactly full codomain, then that function is called into function. Okay, it is called into function. So this term is commonly used, and if range is equals to, so I will say these things, this range is same as codomain, then we will call this is onto function. I hope it is clear. So in into function, what is happening? The actual range means span of the image values. They do not cover entire codomain as it is specified in the problem. Okay. Thus it is called into function. But if codomain is same as the range, means that image will span total codomain, then that function will be considered as onto function. So instead of this, okay, if we write that f is mapped to up to this 0 up to infinity, this range, this interval. Okay, this is your input, first one is the input, second one is the output interval. This is codomain. So now it is perfectly matching because our range is 0, including 0 and up to infinity. Right? So that time range and codomain will be same for this function f of x equals to x square. I will say that this one is a onto function. This is a onto function, but whereas this one is a into function. Okay, so be careful about domain and codomain, how it is given in the problem. Then if the range, actual range is same as codomain, then only it is onto function, otherwise it is a into function. So lots of things are there in the function values. Okay, I will not discuss everything in this video. And one more thing I want to discuss, the one function and many to one function. Okay, now in this case you can see one image if I consider, right? So image value, so this is your x, this is your fx. Suppose image value or fx value is 1. How can I get one value? So this one value I can get when x equals to 1, because 1 square is 1. Again, I can get same one value from input value minus 1. So there are two possibilities to obtain the same image from two different input. So that is called many to one function. Okay, but if it is not like this, one image is obtained from only one input, no other input can give the same image, then it is called one function. Okay, I hope it is a little bit clear. So there are lots of things in the functions, so you need to understand. In this channel I have considered lots of problems from the functions. Now probably you will be able to follow those things. Okay, so I suggest you to go through some of the problems here. And so if you have enjoyed this video, please press the like button.